So, in England, there's this guy, Nicholas. He goes to school at Oxford and shares a room with this old senile man, John. John got an absolute babe of a wife.
Nice.
She's 18. Since, of course, Nicholas is a total loser and single, he tries to flirt with Allison, the babe. He comes up and is like,
"Oi, mate, let's shag."
Don't let your kids watch it!
"We need to keep PG, mate."
"Let's, wrestle then, darling?"
Okay.
Allison would, of course, love to wrestle the absolute lad known as Nicholas. While these two plan out their match, there's this soy jack named Absalon. He also finds Allison smoking hot, but bro has no maidens and no damsels. Anyway, like the fedora-wearing man he is, he tries to woo her, but he's all ugly and Allison doesn't like him. So Nicholas is a mastermind.
This is big brain time.
He tells Allison to send John over, saying he's sick. His servants come over and he's coughing and wheezing. He's like,
"Bruh, mate, I'm literally sick over here. I need you, John Bloat."
So the servants come back to John, and he feels pity for little Nick. He goes over to Nick, and Nick whispers,
"Yo, mate, I gotta tell you something important. The Lord has to appear to this lowly servant. The master of the universe foretold his plan of humanity. With his great power, the King of Kings shall flood this pitiful earth twice as hard as he once did, for he did not purify as deeply as he wished. He has chosen us to continue his people. The Lord thy God commanded thee to construct 3 arks for each of the chosen. Within each tub there shall be provisions to continue life as well as an axe. In the barn we will wait for the flood. The Most High instructed no discourse, other than prayer to him. Consent and great prayer will help us survive, and he shall help us restart. My brother in Christ." These are the words in which he told, and we must obey to please Christ and continue the race of the Lord.
Since John is so stupid, he believed him. He went straight home and built all the tubs and was ready on Monday. So John goes to sleep in the tub, waiting for the flood. Then, Nicholas and Allison, they go back to their room and start to wrestle. And of course, like the creep he is, Absalon comes up to the window while all this wrestling is happening. He comes to the window and says,
"Hey, Allison, you know, I, kinda like you and all, but I know you have a husband and all, and you're probably better than this, but, can I..."
Are you serious right now, bro?
Oh, hell no, man.
She refuses, obviously, and Absalon leaves, but bro is fuming. So he decides to walk into town and goes to the blacksmith. He walks in and purchases a brander. He goes back to the house again and says,
"Hey, yo, sweetheart, you give me another smooch, and I'll give you this ring, innit?"
At this point, Nicholas is fed up with this guy and goes to the window. He turns around and farts straight into Absalon's face. Well, in shock, Absalon thrusts the brander into his buttocks. Nicholas screams in pain and yells,
"Help! Water! Water!"
All this is happening. John is still chilling in his tub. He hears all the commotion, and he thinks that the flood is starting. He starts swinging his axe like a madman and falls, breaking his arm. All the noises startles the town, and they come up seeing what has happened. John gets up and says, "Oi, bruv, that wanker Nicholas told me this flood was coming. That's why I built all them tubs, you see?" The townspeople think he's absolutely mad, and Nicholas and Allison say the same. So our story ends with John left maidenless, and Nicholas has officially won over Allison.